Oh my gosh. Hi, my name is Blaine Elizabeth. Welcome back to my channel. I have a long drive to work, so you're gonna come with me. I have been watching the Call Her Daddy podcast. I haven't seen you guys in a long time. I haven't posted a video in a long ass time. Basically, I'm overwhelmed and exhausted and stressed out with my kids, and life, and working at the prison without my phone, because at the prison, you have to leave your phone in the car, which sucks, right? Because I made a lot of content like at breaks, at work, and stuff like that. But it's okay, because my life is going to change soon. I still want to be an influencer. I still want to be a YouTuber. That goal is never going to change for me. It's cemented in my brain. I know that one day it will happen for me. And it's okay that it's not today, because I'm in it for the long game. But I've been watching the Call Her Daddy podcast, and Khloe Kardashian, I'm watching her episode, and she was talking about sharing things that she's been through so that other people feel seen or heard. So I just wanted to share a couple of things that I've maybe gone through in my life. I know I have most of my addiction story posted up on my YouTube. But there's more. There's so much more. There's a lot more that I haven't shared because I've been in the middle of it or whatever. And I think we are all complex individuals, and addiction and addict isn't just my only label, right? I have all these other facets of my personality. I have 4 kids now, and I'm pregnant with my daughter. I have Isla cooking in my stomach. She's going to be coming out January 15th or somewhere around there. I'm thinking of recording it this time. But we'll see, because when you're in the moment, it's hard to think about recording anything. But we'll see how it goes. Anyways, I have been working also about starting a business. I'm starting a private practice. I just finally passed my exam. I have taken it 3 times. The third and final time, I got a 104. I needed a 102. So I passed it by 2 points. I was falling asleep the whole time. If you put me in a quiet room with a chair and headphones, I'm going to be like, oh, passed out. I woke up, I was like dozing in and out, answering questions. I remember opening my eyes and being like, fuck, I have 45 minutes left and I have 80 questions to get through. It's a 170 question test, and it's 4 hours long. So I click through. I'm doing the best I can to stay focused, stay awake, especially with 2 boys, under 2 at home. So I get through it, and it says pass, and I just start bawling, and I'm like, oh my God. So anyways, I'm putting all these things in place to start my own practice so I can work from my couch. I'm going to work from my couch. I need a fax number, and I need a website. I have my LLC filed. It's called Great Lakes Wellness Company. I have my EIN number. I have my NPI, which is a national provider identifier. So I'm doing all these things. It's hard because I'm in the prison from 8 to 4:30 without a device to make shit happen on. So I'm just doing things on my breaks when I get home, but also when I get home, I'm in full mom mode. So I'm just doing the best I can with the tiny little pockets of time. And that's what it's all about. Those little tiny pockets of time. Whatever is important to you, you will find time for. I'm in this prison 8 to 4:30, but guess what? My goal is to work for myself and to no longer have to be here. And when I have my baby, I'll be at home for a couple of weeks, right? So I'll have the ability to kind of work on my business alongside little Miss Isla. So we're going to make that shit happen. Okay. So going back to 2018. 2018, when I had my first daughter, that is when shit kind of hit the fan in my relationship. I was in a relationship. We were both in recovery. We were both sober. We had worked really hard to get sober. And while I was pregnant with my daughter, my partner was having an affair. We weren't married at the time. But we were expecting a baby, you know. And he was having an affair with a girl, his intern from his work. And I was kind of friends with her. And I would talk and be like, hey, are you sleeping with my baby daddy? And she'd be like, no, girl, no, absolutely not. I would never do that, because there were clues. Like, they'd go out to eat all the time. She would come and watch my kids randomly, and like, he would lie to me about it. Like, why do you have to lie about it if you're not fucking her, right? He would have scratches on his chest. He's like, oh, it's from bench pressing. So there were all of these signs that, like, this was true, this was real. And it went on for like my entire pregnancy and after. She was born in May. I left him December 30th because I have videos from that day that I can go back and look on and just look how unhinged I was mentally. So he was just tearing me down psychologically, you know, slowly over time. He would say, Blaine, you're crazy. You know you're crazy. You've been to the mental hospital. You know, he would tell me that I was just jealous. I didn't know what I was talking about. Well, they got married in 2020, and now they're getting a divorce, but that's neither here nor there. I tried to tell her, but you know, when you're young, you think you can change men. I thought the same thing, because his first baby mama tried to tell me. I was like, girl, I can change him. I need a challenge. I love a challenge. Oh my God, to be young and stupid, right? So anyways, he was lying, telling me they're just friends. They're really good friends, in fact. He would send her pictures of my children, and she would be like, oh my God, they're so cute. And like, I would try to get into his phone or his computer. He had that shit locked up like Fort Knox. Like, I used to have full access to that stuff, and now I don't. Passwords got changed, stuff like that. I was like in full-on detective mode, trying to prove to myself something I know is true. I already know it's true, but then I'd be like, wait, maybe I am jealous. Maybe I actually am jealous. And then she had a boyfriend of 8 years, so I would reach out to him. I'd be like, hey, dude, is this happening? Like, or am I just crazy? And he's like, they're just really good friends. My girl, she's a flirt, you know, she's flirty. And I'm like, you know, I get that, because I'm also flirty. I can be. Now that I have 4 kids, I'm not as flirty anymore. I don't have the time or energy to be flirty. But I used to be, once upon a time, flirty. And so, you know, I'm just trying to like grasp reality. And I would talk to my family about it. And in the midst of all of the chaos, I finally caught him slipping one day. We had Christmas. We went to his grandma's house for Christmas, and I remember feeling like I was playing pretend. I'm like, I'm no longer in love with this man. We are fully detached from each other. We're just roommates at this point, but we're living together still out of convenience. We were going to look for houses and properties together when secretly he was actually looking for a house, you know, on the side with this other girl, but I didn't know that. And I was wondering why he wasn't putting in the effort that I was to like buy a house together, you know? But at this point, after Christmas, I was just like, you know, we're basically just roommates. So he gets in the shower one day and his computer's open. And so I go Facebook, Messenger, and I see a message. Is Blaine home? We really needed to talk. He was like, yeah, she's home, so it's going to have to be later. And she's like, I love you so much. We need to tell everybody. And he's like, we can tell everybody after the holidays. Like, let's just get through New Year's and then we'll tell everybody. And I was just like, oh my God, it's real. I'm seeing it right here before my eyes. It's here. The proof that I've been looking for this whole fucking time. And finally, I grabbed my keys and I was like shaking, like, And I got in my car and I started driving. And I was just like, why? Why can't you just own it and say, yes, in fact, I am having another relationship because I don't love you anymore. And I don't want to be with you anymore. Like, why can't people just own up to, like, how they feel? I don't know. If we would all just admit, hey, you know, I don't want a monogamous relationship. I want to be with multiple partners. Then we wouldn't have so many people with hurt fucking feelings. But anyway, it's been 6 years, you know, I'm fine now. It's all good. Actually, my daughter's 7. You know, I left him when she was like months old. So it was just a complete mindfuck. I was in a really dark space. And I have to get to my relapses because I have relapsed after she was born. And my last relapse was in March of 2020. So it's been over 5 years now. But still, it still feels so fresh to me because I haven't been able to speak my truth about it. I've been silenced. And I've been silenced because of co-parenting. I've been silenced because I posted a video one time about narcissistic parenting or co-parenting with a narcissist, and they just were throwing stones, like pelting me, like, how dare you post that? That's about me. And I said, I never said any names. I never said, hey, I'm currently co-parenting with a narcissist, or hey, my ex-partner was a narcissist. No, I said, if you're co-parenting with a narcissist, here are the top 5 tips or something. And they just were so pissed about that. But anyways, I have a really good relationship with her now. And we are working together to take care of my children and just to coordinate all of the things, because my kids are 11 and 7 from him. And they have a lot of stuff going on. They have dance and competitions and payments for this and where's their dance bag and parent-teacher conferences. You know, just all the things that you have to coordinate when you have school-age children. And then my son is in middle school, so bad grades, you know, being in a gifted and talented school, not caring about school anymore, just all the things. So I'm trying my best to co-parent and to be on the same page. It's not about me anymore. It's not about my feelings. I don't care what he does, who he has sex with, who he's going to marry next. You know, like, as long as my kids are okay. And that is the bottom line. So that's just a little snippet into some shit that went down into my life that I have personally felt silenced about for quite some time now, and I've been dying to share it, especially on my long form, you know, YouTube channel where, you know, we're pretty close over here. Also, I'm always out of breath. I'm super pregnant right now. You can't even really tell, but I'm super pregnant right now. I give birth in January. It is November. Halloween just happened. It's November now. I drive this mindless drive to the prison every day, and then I have to go in the prison. And the people there, I thought I was going to make a difference, and my hands are tied. I can't even meet with someone for more than 15 minutes, or else I'm being too friendly, too over familiar. And people start talking, you know, like, oh, she likes the inmates too much. So it's just not worth it. And so you have to balance, like, between being a bitch to people and being nice. And they say inappropriate things all day long. I want to suck on your pregnant, you know. those pants are irresistible and impressive. Like, I said something was impressive, and then he's like, those pants are impressive. Oh, okay, thanks. Another guy was like, hey, I've been seeing you around. I wanted to holler at you, but you know I'm a prisoner. And I'm like, I have a husband and almost 5 kids. Like, you don't want any of my baggage. I promise you, being in prison is a fucking vacation compared to my life. So, okay. Yeah, just think about my daycare bill. You know, it's all a lot. It's a lot. So, lots of big changes happening in my life soon. Going to be transitioning from full-time employee to self-employed. And hopefully, you know, I'll be able to be financially stable and cover my bills with my income that way. So send prayers. Send lots of prayers my way. And hopefully I can start being consistent on YouTube because I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. Okay. Bye.